Hi 5D Voyagers, my name is Jordan Lydia. Welcome to another full moon reading. I am available for private tarot readings and also one-on-one consciousness consulting if you want to dramatically shift your world in love, health, wealth, relationships, any area of your life in particular. It starts first in the mind. The mind always comes first and the external world comes second. Starting with the full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. And I love the Sagittarius, the archer, the ability to focus in on the eye of the bird, meaning to have that laser focus on what it is you want and kind of to completely blur anything that is noise that's clouding that field of perception. And then also looking at the bigger picture, maybe in this moment you can't see how your desire can unfold, but awareness has infinite potentiality and infinite possibilities on the how you can receive your desire. Your only mission or job is to focus in on what it is that you want and to continually align your beliefs and thoughts that would imply the fulfillment of that wish itself. But look at the bigger picture, be able to expand your awareness outward. When we have that expanded state of awareness, then the illumination, insight, and inspiration can come into our field of awareness. It's always been there, but it's our perception and our perspective of it that wasn't wide enough to allow it, or subtle enough to see it itself. You know, you can be experiencing something and then you have the illumination, and it's always, that answer's always been like right at the tip of your nose itself. So when we're in a constricted state, our thoughts are constricted. When we're in an expanded state, our thoughts are expanded. So just entering states of expansion. What is a state of expansion? It's love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. It's the higher levels of consciousness according to David Hawking. So you can literally just meditate on love, meditate on joy, meditate on peace, enlightenment, bliss, expansion. Any of those emotions that make you feel expanded, or memories or things to call into mind, that channel that energy and that feeling for you, and that will increase your ability to see the bigger picture of things. I'm going to be pulling additional cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I'm going to be pulling, thinking, what is the limiting belief to release? Beautiful. And it is the Eight of Pentacles. This is craftsmanship. This is working towards something. It's like building something. It's progress. This person is, they're focused on the thing that they're making at this time, but they're not seeing everything that they've already completed and they've already made. So they have like maybe one that like is left undone here, and then one that's carving out right here. So I think in terms of the bigger picture, maybe you're focused on this and the things that haven't happened yet, the things that haven't unfolded yet, the things that you're trying to make happen, the things that you're wanting or waiting to make happen, but you can't see all the other pieces that you've created, the beliefs that you've shifted, the ways that you've moved through things in order to call in your desire. And that's sometimes looking at the bigger picture actually means looking into the awareness of the past. The past doesn't exist. It means time doesn't exist, but our memory and our awareness of the past, and also looking at it from that expanded perspective. That it's making you this complete, whole, perfect version that you are because you're worthy. What is the inspired action to take? Whoa, beautiful. Six of Wands. This is the card of victory and success. And this person's just continually moving forward. So the inspired action that I'm getting is just continually move forward. You have overcome, you've crafted, you've skilled, you've molded so many different things. Just continue to move forward and march forward into your victory. Don't look at the pieces that still have to fall in place. Account for all the pieces that have fallen into place and allow that to fuel your trust in yourself and trust in the process and trust in the universe, because you are the universe. It's not separate from you. It is you itself. So moving forward into that victory, success, the laurel leaves itself. And final outcome for this. Interesting. Two of Pentacles. This is a card of balance, also juggling as well. So what I'm getting here is that, okay, this is the message that's coming through. I believe the Bible to be a mystical handbook, meaning that it's a tool for manifestation. In the Bible, it says no man can serve two masters. And if you understand that to be the masters, meaning levels of consciousness or self-conception, then you understand you cannot serve two conceptions. And meaning I'm not a person that has a conception of myself as worthy and unworthy. One of those levels of consciousness have to yield. So the outcome of this spread is maybe for a little bit, it might feel a little bit up and down, up and down, up and down, as you're transitioning between two levels of consciousness of yourself, two self-conceptions. But to be able to maintain that bigger picture and look at the other beliefs that you've changed and you've already, they're hanging up, they're stabilized, they're locked in place. And maybe there's two here that's being crafted. So these last two that are being crafted, you might be juggling through or balancing through or shifting through. It might be a little up and down process itself, but to kind of just move forward, inspired action, to continually move forward and maintain that focus. So you might be transitioning between two consciousness, two belief systems for a little bit. I've literally felt myself in between dimensions, and that is the void. That is the leap of faith between this one conception of yourself as a person who's worthy and a person who's unworthy, a person who's good enough and who's not good enough, a person who's deserving and a person who's undeserving, whatever it is, a person who's successful, a person who's a failure, a person who's free of shame, and a person who's shamed. Trust yourself, march forward into victory, look at the bigger picture of things, and maintain that focus, that laser focus on what it is you want as you transition between and juggle in between these two levels. No man can serve two masters. One of those masters is going to have to yield, and you get to decide which one it is. Is it your faith that moves forward, or is it your fear? Is success or a failure? So maybe comment down below. I only serve one master, which is my consciousness itself. I'm going to be getting a little extra insight from the oracle cards. In my opinion, tarot is the medicine and oracle is the sugar that makes the medicine go down a little bit sweeter. There it is. My vibes speak louder than my words. And that's what I'm talking about, like that expanded state in terms, I do feel like the word vibration's been really misused in the spiritual communities. So it's your alignment or your thoughts or your level of consciousness that's actually speaking more powerfully than the words you put out itself. That also means like when you go to take an action in the reality, you will be more successful if your alignment, your consciousness is already in place than your words. Meaning you will create things into existence by your simple knowing, not trying to convince somebody through your words. So it's your vibration, it's your alignments, it's your thoughts, it's your beliefs you hold about yourself, not exactly the things you say to another person to be able to receive what it is that you want or what it is that you desire. So continuously focusing on that expanded state itself. I love meditating on a flower unfolding because it's like an image of expansion for me, and that's a meditation I'm going to be releasing for you all as well. But there's always ways to just focus on expansion. Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle. Wow. Birth and rebirth. There it is. The juggling between the two masters, the birth and rebirth. So So there it is. But in order to be reborn, a part of ourself has to die. I think that's really beautiful. This card speaks louder than my words. And then one last from the Lover's Oracle. Oh, I have a hard time getting this one open. All right. Beautiful card. Here. It says, when it comes to matter of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. There it is. There's no right and love. It's all just about expansion of life and love, light and love, light being the consciousness, love being the material substance for the universe itself. Beautiful. I'll leave that here. There's no right and wrong. It's all expansion, birth and rebirth. All right. I love you. I value. I accept you. So mote it be. As I speak it, I create it. Sealed with a kiss.